Welcome back to Twin Terror. I'm David.
And I'm Gary.
And today we are going to talk about presidential elections.
Is there an election coming up?
I know, right? You think we'd be paying attention to these things.
God, it just snuck up on me. It's like, I didn't even know we were having one.
So we record this on Saturday the 26th.
Yes.
We are, less than 10 days away from the actual election. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. That plus 7, 10 days.
Yes.
And actually, by this point, some of the polls
some of the polls will be closed. It's 5 in the afternoon, 5:26 in the afternoon. And so
you've given away too much information. You now need to be doing
okay, so now I want to show some, because I was being taken to task for not shuffling the cards on camera. I tried to explain that I don't like to do this on camera because it takes away from David's reading, because I'm generally shuffling after David starts reading, and I don't want to take take away.
He doesn't want to deny you the brilliance of my insight. My third eye is 2015.
That's exactly why I do it.
Clearly.
That and you kind of scolded me for making too much noise while you were basking in your brilliance.
Now I've been taking a task in lives for shuffling when Marina was talking. It's like, oh, I didn't realize it was that loud. Okay. So I tend to shuffle very quietly, or I just mute myself.
Yes.
But that's the beauty of StreamYard, which you can't do here because we're not on StreamYard.
Yes. Well, we can mute. We just tap on that.
But then.
Oh, we should probably check the volume on this, because that's the other thing we get taken to task is your volume's too low. It's like, okay, I'm going to check it right now.
Maybe we should restart this video.
No, not a chance. We're
all
just
this explanations. Your volume's right there.
There it is. Oh, look
33.
at that.
33. That's pretty.
No, that's the input. Yeah, we want the output.
Well, the output's your speakers.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, yeah. So the input's now. Sorry. All right, we're going back to settings.
My mother was sitting next to me for a second there. There's some logic going on.
Too bad there wasn't a wooden spoon. I'd hit you with it. Okay, so now we should be a lot louder. And let's make sure this microphone is
more obnoxious than ever.
Yes. As if that were possible.
Yes.
And now the other thing we get slammed on occasionally is just get on with it and throw the cards. They don't want to hear our witty banter, which frankly makes the channel what it is.
That's what I'm thinking. But, if you don't like it, pretty much fast forward to any video to about the 3-minute mark.
Yeah, that's pretty much 3 to 5 minutes.
3 minutes is usually when we're getting ready to go.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
what we'll do is we'll start putting commercials mid-roll, and we'll hit the commercial right before we start the reading.
Anyway, so let's look at so we're 10 days away from the election. Let's look at the energy of the Democratic Party and the Republican Party and see how they are feeling with basically a week to go.
Yes.
I know that somebody signed my phone number up for Republican fundraisers, and Trump's been asking me for $15 for the last few weeks.
I don't know who would do something like that.
It's coming really desperate.
$5. I just want $5.
I don't want any money from you. Just go to this link. Yeah, go away. Block, reject, report his junk. All right. So let's take a look at these campaigns. And it's interesting. Trump was 3 hours late to a rally in Michigan. And a lot of people just started leaving because there's he's going to be late. Screw it. I've been here all day. So let's look at the Republican Party. Pow. King of Cups is the foundation of the reading, crossed with the Sun card. You know what? Biden was right. And this could be a Democrat too. This, if you have this as the Joe Biden card, or Donald Trump is just losing control of his emotions. But in some ways, Biden was right to step down and let a younger generation come over. Actually, this almost is coming like a general reading of the election. I don't know if this is
well, we can always
a party or not.
Yeah,
let's see if this comes as a general, because I literally was throwing the card over. So let's look on the Republicans.
You didn't say Republicans until you were actually
flipping the card over. The people are seeing the truth about the leaders, the emotional character of Kamala Harris, the emotional character of Donald Trump. Again, I think Biden was right to step down. It showed strength of character to do that. And anybody who watches this channel for any length of time will know that I was an extremely unhappy camper when that happened, because I didn't think it was fair to Joe Biden. I thought he did fine as president. He will do fine in another term. But for the betterment of the country, he stepped down and let Kamala Harris and a younger generation of leaders step in. And by doing that...
Yeah, this could also have been the Republican Party celebrating his stepping down, too.
But well, it's kind of that debate. It's like, the thing with a virus is you don't want to kill the host. You want to replicate the host without killing it.
Yes.
And Donald Trump in that debate was so bad that it basically killed Biden's reelection. We have, in the past, we got the celebration. This is Kamala Harris coming in. Current situation is the 5 of coins. Now, and this is kind of the general theme of the parties. Kamala Harris runs what they call a big tent. There's always room in the tent for everybody. Donald Trump does not run a big tent. Donald Trump relies on a small core group of highly fanatical people to support him. That, it may only be 25 or 30% of the population, but 100% of those people will show up for voting. And you could have 40% of the population, but if only half of them show up, that's a net of 20. Mm-hmm. And if he has 30% and all of them show up, that's 30. He wins 30 to 20.
You know what struck me about this current energy card, the 5 of Pentacles, was you just started talking about how Trump basically was 3 hours late to that Michigan rally. Also, in Coachella, he didn't pay for the buses to bring these people home.
Or whatever happened that the buses stopped running.
Yeah, Minus Touch reported he didn't pay the buses. But, okay, for whatever reason, he left them out in the cold and the dark.
Yeah, and that's not the first time he's done it, and he's doing it again. He treats his followers, his fanatical followers, like cattle. Yeah. And guess what? They're going to get tired of it. They may not vote for Harris, but they may just decide to not vote.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of people leaving the Michigan rally.
Yeah.
Because he was going to be 3 hours late. And his excuse was, well, I want to win this election, and I was talking with Joe Rogan. So basically, he's more important than you. So, Trump's inside the building with all the money, and everyone else is out in the cold, waiting for dear leader to show up. And some of them decided to leave. They said, screw it.
Yep. I would not be surprised. This is almost like Trump voter suppression. I would not be surprised if some of those folks just decide, what, I'm not going to vote. I'm just screw it. I'm not going to vote. And that hurts Republicans right down the ticket because it's not just enough that they won't vote for Trump. They're just not going to vote. Screw it. Yeah. I got better things to do. Okay. Overarching energy is the Page of Swords. Just rookie maneuvers. Bad, not forward thinking, very immature, selfish.
Yeah.
You're just, this is like the person that can't get out of their own way. They can't make a choice that's beneficial to them. It's impulsive.
Yes.
And Trump is an impulsive person.
But it's also, if you look at general energy, there's also a bunch of youthful young voters out there.
Young women.
Yeah.
Young women. Yeah, because the Page of Swords is a female character.
And so it's just, you've really energized this younger base because you're othering their friends.
And them.
Yes.
They don't see a future.
Yeah.
And they see less of a future with Donald Trump, and Kamala Harris gives them the idea of a hope for a future. The lesson to be learned is temperance. You can only poison, toxicity, the outrage politics of the GOP is exhausting.
Yeah.
And people can drink a lot of it, and they've been drinking a lot of that anger and that Kool-Aid, that hatred Kool-Aid for 8 years. They're exhausted. They're absolutely exhausted. So when you hear Kamala Harris come out with her messaging of, we're not going back, there's hope, and joy and hope is back, it sounds just like something that they've been missing for the last 8 years. They've been on a bender for 8 years. And now all of a sudden, after drinking whiskey for 8 years straight, a glass of orange juice, that sounds really good right now.
Kind of refreshing.
Outcome is the Queen of Cups. Not so much keeping a lid on your emotions, but it is, because Kamala Harris comes across as somebody who's in control of her faculties.
Yes.
Control of her emotions. And I think people, generally speaking, this election, King of Cups to the Queen of Cups, they want a leader who's in control, and they're willing to give women a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Women rare. Women. It's women, mastery, and the strength card. This this election does not, the vibe that's going on right now does not play to Donald Trump and the Republican strengths. I think that's how I would play that. It looks like they are ready for a change. They're ready for normality.
Yeah.
Or normalcy, if you're a fan of history and making up words.
Okay, so where do you want to go from here?
Oh, why don't you can read on, let's read on the political parties, see how they're feeling.
Okay.
I was going to do the political parties.
I'm going to do the Republicans. Because that's kind of when I was shuffling the cards, that's what I was thinking.
Baby-eating, fascist, commie.
As a registered Republican, I will read on the Republicans.
There was a funny little clip, and now who was it? I forget which show it was, on MSNBC. Play the clip where they're calling, because I guess Mike Johnson and Mitch McConnell or some people are saying, oh, they're calling Trump a fascist. It says, play the clip where they call Trump a fascist, then they play 4 or 5 clips in a row where Trump refers to Kamala Harris as that liberal, Democrat, fascist, communist, Marxist, I forget the other things, but just over and over and over again.
Yes, every accusation's a confession with Trump, you know? Because what he does is he basically takes what he does and he throws it at the Democrats.
Yeah.
If you ever look, I mean, it's hysterical.
The term is called projection.
Yeah, it's just hysterical.
Confessing your crimes by blaming somebody else for what you've done.
Yes. Okay, so what's the Republican energy? You want to do post-election or
just about right now?
Okay, current energy for the Republicans. So, foundation of the reading, King of Wands. We've got some strong messaging out there. Of course, their strong messaging is they're eating the dogs, eating the cats. FEMA isn't doing their job. The Democrats have a weather control machine.
Oh, that would be amazing.
The border is not secure and there's nothing but murderers or rapists coming in.
All I gotta say is, if the Democrats had a weather controlling machine, they could cause rain in the Midwest to help crops, and whenever there's a drought, and farmers would absolutely love them.
Yeah, we wouldn't be bitching about climate change anymore, right?
Exactly.
Let's just turn the temperature down a couple degrees.
Can you imagine if you could just poll the farmers? Okay, how often do you want rain in Kansas, Nebraska?
Yeah.
Oh, you want 2 rainstorms a week, one on Tuesday and one on Saturday? Okay. Turn it on. How long do you want it for? How much precipitation? Yeah. What's ideal? So you don't even have to go.
Yeah, doing the sprinkler.
Yeah. And we'll make sure that crops that need a lot of water get a little extra. Yeah. Crops that don't want it get a little less.
Yeah. Those almond grows will
exactly.
make sure they get
just plant your crops in such a way that we can maximize our weather machine for this.
This is for entertainment purposes only, by the way.
I'm entertained.
I am too. I wish Nancy Pelosi would get on the ball with that. Okay, so we got the King of Wands. So
she could if she went to the Marxist.
The Republicans feel they've got some good, strong messaging out there. It's certainly strong as in odor-wise.
Marxist.
But the challenge is the Emperor. The challenge is the person delivering the message is, basically a brain-addled 10-year-old who's struggling with the truth and struggling with his mental health.
He's struggling at being 10.
Yes.
If he was 10, at least he'd make fart jokes, and those would be funny.
Well, he's just making the farts right
exactly. now. He's more 3. He doesn't realize farting is funny.
The underlying energy is the King of Cups. The thing is, Trump is too worried about Biden. He keeps bringing Biden up. And he's forgetting that he's campaigning against Harris. His whole campaign was to attack Biden.
Yeah.
He's got nothing that sticks to Harris.
And funny thing, you've got 3. You have a king, and the emperor. You got all that masculine energy.
We 3 kings of Orient are, right?
And the other thing is that King of Cups was we're looking at the foundation of the election, and if this is coming, people want an emotionally stable leader. Underneath it is this he's crazy.
Yeah, King is crazy.
He's crazy.
So this is the energy underneath it. The Republicans need someone that's emotionally stable, and they've got They got Trump.
Public service announcement.
PSA.
Ladies, do you want an emotionally stable man? Do you want a man who has control of his emotions, can make mature decisions? We don't know who those people are, so we're going to come back to him and do tarot readings.
Okay. Yes.
If you find some, let us know, okay?
That's right.
We'll get their numbers, put their pictures up.
We're not a dating
We'll have a
service.
lottery.
Okay. In the past, they had the Ace of Swords. You know, when we were campaigning against Biden, we had strong messages. You know,
the last 8 years. I mean, do you think about how Trump stormed onto the stage 8 years ago?
Yeah.
And if you watch the TikTok, is some folks have put together Trump then and Trump now speeches, they were alarmingly different.
Yeah.
I could, you go back and you look, it's like, yeah, I can see why they like him. He comes across as forceful and powerful and sounds like he knows what he's talking about. And now he's doddering at this point. Yeah. If they want Trump of 2016, but that's not who he is now. And they don't want to recognize that. Go on.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. So in the past, they had the Ace of Swords, had that strong messaging that was coming forth. The current energy, Six of Swords. They realize that, oh boy, we are in a bad place and we need to get to calmer waters.
Yeah, he's limping to the finish line, huh?
Yeah. It's there's a lot of baggage that comes with the emperor.
Yeah.
He's going from an adult to a child here.
It's just literally limping to the finish line.
Yeah, they're just trying to get him there. Because they know if they can win this election, JD's in the wings and they're ready to go.
Yeah.
Of course, the problem is that the Speaker of the House becomes vice president if they 25th Amendment the emperor, and if the Democrats get the House, then Hakeem Jeffries becomes vice president.
Yeah, he's third. He's second in line after the vice president to replace the president.
Yeah. So you could have JD Vance and Hakeem Jeffries as your.
I'm not sure how it works. Anyways.
Okay. Overarching energy is the Three of Cups. The Republicans right now, they're celebrating. They think they got this.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at the Truth Social stock, that thing's trading up $30 or $40 a share.
Which is why we tell you we don't give stock advice. Because we're telling you, it's like this when that thing was down to like $12 a share. It's like, dude, it's only going down from here. Well, no, apparently it bounded back. Awesome. I would just hope that any Trump supporters watching this, if you own shares in Truth Social stock, if you could maybe sell some just to secure some of that money back, it might be good. Just on the off chance, I know this is unbelievable to you, that Trump doesn't win the election, that stock price is going to, if he does not win, that stock price is going to tank hard.
Yes.
Just saying.
You might want to just maybe get a couple of put options there to put a false floor underneath your shirt.
Oh, just something to protect yourself, just so you don't lose your shirt. You worked hard for that shirt. I don't want you to lose it that quickly. Again, you can hold on to it, and maybe it'll go up. But
yep. But the lesson to be learned here is the Justice card. Justice delayed is justice denied.
Those court cases.
Yeah, this is a situation where the Republicans also know that if they don't win this election, they're
screwed.
Yeah, Trump knows he's going to spend the rest of his life in the courts.
I'm a little bit alarmed by how much Elon Musk is pushing for Trump, which means one of two things: either Elon really does want to be like the next oligarch in charge, or he's got a lot of exposure that if Trump loses, Elon might be exposed on things that Elon doesn't want to be exposed on.
Yeah, Elon has already said that if Trump loses, he's screwed. He's gone all in on this, and he's right, because there's going to be hell to pay. The outcome? Nine of Cups. Hopes, wishes, dreams fulfilled. So, in this case, it depends on how you look at this card. If you look at this as a positive card, an upright Nine of Cups, hey, Trump's got everything. The Republicans feel they got everything they need to get the right outcome.
Yep.
I think the way I'm looking at this card is they're looking at it, even if we lose the election, I've got the Supreme Court in my back pocket to help me get through it. So the Republicans right now, they're feeling really good about this. They know what's the downside if they lose, but they feel they got their ace up, their ace in the hole of the Supreme Court and the court system backing them up. But they probably won't need it because of their strong messaging that they've got right now, and they know they're going to be celebrating victory.
I look at that and it's just sort of I do wonder if, the Three of Cups, if we win the election, great. If we don't, then we go to the courts.
Yeah.
And we got the Supreme Court on our side. We have the ultimate high court of the land on our side. Mm-hmm. But I don't see how this works out well for them because they're not, they don't hold the presidency anymore. Biden does, and he's basically a king now, courtesy of the Supreme Court. Yeah. So, plus you have to have, the fake elector thing didn't work the first time. And a lot of guys are being arrested and charged with it. It would make you not want to do it the second time.
Think twice, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because you know what the outcome's going to be. If this doesn't work, literally, if they try the same stuff in this election that they tried in the last one, and it doesn't work, there's going to be a lot of people going to prison. Don't say jail. It's prison. These are federal crimes. There's no federal jail. Think of jail as jail is kind of like a lightweight type thing. Prison's where the really nasty, bad people go.
Okay, so this is how the Democrats are feeling about this.
Yeah, now we can, the happy, cheery Democrats after I'm talking about prisons.
All right. What a segue.
All right. How are the Democrats feeling as we go into this with less than 10 days to go? My deck is upside down. Strength card. Strength, mastery, working on the messaging. Crossed with the Queen of Pentacles. Looking at the things of value, the money. It's just, they're focusing their messaging. And we got the Three of Swords, the heartbreak and betrayal. They're focusing their messaging on as to where it's going to do the most, and they're putting the money there. And it could be that right now with the heartbreak and betrayal, you're like, before you panic and say, oh my God, the Democrats think they're going to lose. Part of it is, if you notice, the Democrats aren't going to the mainstream media or corporate media.
I was right there with you, Dave.
They're going to a lot of the podcasters and stuff like that, where you got they would go to the Midas Touch or to Brian Tyler Cohen or places like that to discuss things, because that's where the eyeballs are. Corporate media, they're not going to give Kamala Harris an endorsement. Kamala Harris, if her hair's not parted correctly, they're breathing down her neck. But Trump talks about eating dogs and cats and being a fascist, a dictator for a day, and they just say, "Oh, that's just Trump being Trump."
Yeah, they sane wash it. Yeah, I took that as soon as I saw that. I was thinking that's mainstream media. Yeah. That's the heartbreak. Is the media that that in the past we had grown to trust and respect, has shown that trust and respect is not deserved any longer.
Walter Cronkite ain't here no more.
Nope.
But the other way to look at this is they could be reaching out to people who have been disappointed with, these are, what they're reaching out for now? They're reaching out for the voters that are the unlikely voters. Yeah. The ones that have lost faith in the United States. I think they're now trying to reach out to those people to show them that there is hope. In the past, you got the page ones, you got to go out there, going out. This is the ground game, going out, knocking on doors, getting the messaging across, raising money, getting their message of their values, of what they want America to be, their legacy. Look at it, you got some hard cards here. Overarching energy is the disappointment, things not working out. Again, we can go back to the legacy media on this one. Mm-hmm. The thing that I find amazing is that they talk about these polls and how close everything is, but there's no objective, maybe subjective. I can't picture a scenario where this thing's close. And if it really does end up being close, maybe Kamala Harris wins the popular vote by 3 million votes and, just barely ekes out a electoral college victory, I'll be stunned. I will be flat out slack-jawed. Mm-hmm. I can't see that. I mean, even from a spiritual point of view, everything that's going wrong for Trump and everything that's going right for Harris, how could this possibly be close? And if it is that close, I would be so alarmed about the state of people in the United States.
Yeah, pretty much.
But no, coming back here, overarching energy is the disappointment and the betrayal. I do think they're trying to reach out to disenfranchised voters and trying to engage them again. The lesson to be learned, just like Trump, Nine of Cups, I think they feel like they've got a good plan, and they feel like they're in a good position with their campaign, and the outcome is the Queen of Swords. Probably their own internal polling would back that up. It's like, hey, look, and I posted up something on my community page. I mentioned this in one of my other videos the other day. It was a gay professor doing a sketch of, undecided voters 2024. Go to my community page at Tarot by the Bay, my community page on Tarot by the Bay to take a look at the link. And the sketch starts off with, again, the title is Undecided Voters 2024 Be Like. And this guy's got a box of cereal saying, I don't know, what do I want for breakfast? This box of rice cereal or an entire gallon of bleach? And he's like, his friend's like, well, what do you mean? Why is there even a debate? It's like, well, this rice cereal has bananas on it, and I don't like bananas. It's like, well, what about the bleach? Well, the bleach is all natural and made in America, so there's that. It's like, Kamala was talking about bananas and then blueberries, so just make up your mind which one you want.
So, just looking at this, the cards that kind of resonate with me. I'm coming back down.
Yeah, come on down.
You had the Three of Swords, the heartbreak and betrayal. Yeah, to me, that's the Three of Swords and the sorrow. They are looking at what Trump has done to this nation with his rhetoric, and they're trying to bring joy and happiness back. That's the lesson to be learned. And the outcome is the Queen of Swords, which you have always seen as Kamala Harris, right?
She certainly fits that vibe.
Yeah, so
that's Mamala right there.
Yeah, they're harsh cards, but the interpretation I get from them, now we can back up.
She's very no nonsense.
Is that this is what they're seeing. They're seeing the damage that's been done by Trump and corporate media, and they want to reach out to those people and give them hope.
Yeah,
and I think that's where they're going. And with your outcome being the
Queen of Swords,
I think they've got the right person and the right message at the right time.
Kamala Harris has a reputation, or there's a reputation that's been reported that for folks that worked underneath her, that she's a hard person to work for. Yep. I'm sure she's very demanding. She's a stickler for details, and you need to know all your stuff. But it's because she wants to do things fast, efficiently, and she needs to have all the information to make an informed decision. So she only wants the best, brightest, and most motivated people underneath her supporting her. And that's what you should want in a president. She knows how to laugh. She knows how to joke around, let her hair down, have a drink, do stuff like that on her time. But when she's on and she's working...
Yeah, when she's on the clock...
She's a different beast.
Yeah.
And that Queen of Swords is Kamala Harris at work.
Yep, absolutely.
She knows how to... She can Three of Cups it. And the SNL sketches are absolutely hilarious with the actress that portrays Kamala Harris. Because she comes across as normal and fun and playful. But there are two sides to that woman.
Yeah, there are.
And you want to be on the dull side of that sword. You don't want to be on the sharp end.
Yeah. So that's what you got. So it looks like the Republicans feel like they got this.
Yep.
Their hopes, wishes, dreams fulfilled. And they know what happens if they don't. They're going to face the court system. The Democrats, they've got the right person with the right message at the right time.
It's like the Democrats are already moved past it. It's like, from the Democrat point of view, it's not like they're worried about winning the election. It's like they're looking at how do we reach these other people that are disenfranchised. It's almost like they're a step past that. They're looking past it.
Yeah.
So
how do we build the bridges back?
Well, you know what? We'll find out in like less than 10 days.
Yes, indeed.
Well, the vote will be done in less than 10 days.
Yeah,
hopefully we will know the result in about 10 days.
Yeah, it might take a couple days longer.
Could be. Just depends on how close it is.
All right. I think that was good.
Thank you.
Hey, if you like this, please give us a thumbs up. You can subscribe. If you really want to be woken up at midnight Pacific time, subscribe and hit the bell. We'll wake you up with our latest video. And
all the fun and frolic that we bring to it.
Oh, yes.
And leave a comment. I read every single comment. I respond. I only had to block one person from the comments this week.
Yeah, my mom's really, really bitter
I know,
about
she's
that too.
Our mom's really upset with me. It's her damn fault.
Mom shouldn't be trolling.
You know, she's 89. You think she'd be over that, but nope.
But you know what? She's got so many burner accounts, it really doesn't matter.
Exactly. She'll be back.
All right, everyone. You have a good night. We'll catch you on the next video.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.